On this channel, we try to do many different things, including, obviously dog on our Vikings a little bit. That's just how it goes. We try to prop up some other teams and make them look good and give them some shout outs that they definitely deserve. And finally, we try to bring awareness to teams that nobody is talking about. We've done it with the Raiders, the Chargers, a lot of other teams. We're a little upset with ourselves that we let it get this bad with a certain team. Because this team, with getting, and I'm going to spoil it by saying this, but getting Matt Stafford in the offseason clearly was a team that had huge expectations for this year, and as they should. I mean, Jared Goff and Matt Stafford, I feel like there's a good talent drop off there. Not necessarily, I don't know if steep is the word to use, but there is a talent drop off that is not something that we can deny. And before we get into the biggest thing here, which is to us that the Los Angeles Rams could take over and win the NFC, make sure you guys like, subscribe down below, leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Now, the Los Angeles Rams started out the year 2-0. They look great. They, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into today's game, they looked absolutely fantabulous. But I do believe that it was the crew of Joe Buck, and the commentators that brought up a very good thing to say. They said that they straight up went out and they made a statement in that win. And I full-heartedly agree. I'm going to take it a step further, though. Obviously, we talk about the Buccaneers and how good they are, and the fact it's Tom Brady. You never count Tom Brady out because he's the greatest of all time. We know that. But the way that the Los Angeles Rams played on Sunday, it not only sent a message, it showed that they could absolutely take over the NFC. You got that defense playing like that. Aaron Donald, I mean, that strip sack he had on Tom Brady, I don't think I've seen anything shot out of a cannon. Or as a former defensive lineman myself in college, I can say just watching that play over and over again. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. That's what you call teach tape. That man shot out of a cannon, made a play, and he's just such a fierce competitor. You love what you see from Aaron Donald. He just brings it every single play, every single week, and man, you're scared for whoever has to block him. Really, you really are. But at the end of the day, you saw, in my opinion, a Los Angeles Rams team with Matt Stafford that went 27 of 38 for 343 yards. He stood tall in the pocket, threw 4 touchdowns, and absolutely looked every bit that they traded for in the offseason, that the Rams traded for. And I full-heartedly believe that if Matt Stafford can play like that, he is going to be the key reason as to why the Rams can take over the NFC. Now, again, they've got a lot of other talent on both sides of the ball as well. We've talked about Aaron Donald, all those guys. Sony Michel had a good game, 20 carries, 67 yards. But Deshaun Jackson, now he is such a big part of this for me. Obviously, you got guys like Cooper Kupp back there catching passes. You got guys like Van Jefferson, Tyler Higbee, who had a big day, 5 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown. You also got Robert Woods, all those boys. But Deshaun Jackson, to me, is such a huge part of this offense. And by the way, on that, not on his touchdown one, but that longer reception that he had, in which he was basically carrying the ball like a candy bar. It looked like, and yes, I say candy bar because I'm the fat kid, but carrying the football like a candy bar, and it looked like he was just moving. I fully expect, or I think we should maybe get a Deshaun versus Tyreek Hill race. Maybe, I don't know. But I will say this. Deshaun Jackson is the biggest key to this, if you ask me. He's that key field stretching wide receiver, 3 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown. Obviously caught that bomb, and I'm telling you, it's just another element in this Rams offense that if they can get that going with Deshaun Jackson and Matt Stafford, oh boy, this is going to be a tough team to stop because, like we said, we've got guys on the opposite ends like Cooper Kupp, who had 9 catches for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. Van Jefferson showed up and showed out. Tyler Higbee looked very comfortable. And listen, if he gets the protection, if he gets and throws his wide receivers open and his receivers open, I'm telling you, this is a tough team for the Los Angeles Rams. They could easily take over the NFC. Now, I know there were just some things that didn't go Tom Brady's way or the Buccaneers' way for that matter. And then clearly, in my mind, at this point in time, I would say that the NFC still probably runs through them a little bit because there were some things that didn't quite go their way, and I still think they're a top team now, but I think the Rams definitely showed that they have something to say about that, absolutely have something to say about that, and I think this is going to be a very good lesson for both teams moving forward. Obviously, on one end, you got teams going out and proving it, but also at the same time, you've got players on both sides of this thing that are so talented and that are being brought up with that. And it's just, it was fantastic. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great game. Watched it at least 3 times because, I mean, just both sides of the football, you just love what you saw. And both teams getting after it. I mean, there's just talent on both of these teams. And I was really excited to see what Matt Stafford would do now with his new team. And he's doing great things so far. Absolutely. Like we said, 4 touchdowns on the day and, completing a high percent of his passes. And just like looking like Tom Brady in the pocket there. Look great. I no complaints here. I think that we're just going to go back to say it. I mean, the Rams could easily take over the NFC. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Make sure you guys also check out our website at sportsbeatpodcast.com. And in the description down below, you'll also find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like there. And if you would, please give us a listen and sub on iTunes as well. Give us just the audio listen there. And if also remember, if you have anything you'd like us to cover, you can put it in the comments section down below, or just send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, and we'd be glad to cover it. But thank you guys so much. Let us know what you guys think about the Los Angeles Rams taking over the NFC.